My kits would never be a disappointment. I am their father. It's not in their blood.
The she walked in with her group as she flicked her tail as she embarrassed herself at the gathering. She dismissed her group to go away from her.
The Tom followed behind his group, grumbling under his breath. Pathetic, he said, trotting over to the nursery, ears pinned. He peered into the nursery, watching his mate and Kit sleeping soundly. He watched for a silent moment before turning and heading back into the clearing. Those who are awake, gather for morning patrols, he growled out, shaking his mane to wake himself up. Morning, Wolfsnarl, she said to the deputy. He looked around at the gathering cats. At least we're competent, he whispered to himself, glaring at the leader briefly. All right, he began. Hey, Wolfsnarl, sorry to interrupt, but may I steal 1 or 2 warriors for herb gathering? The stocks are really low, she interrupted. Take Addersight and Coppersting. They're swift and can travel further for the herbs you need, he said, staring at Juniper Fluff, before returning back to his patrols. Addersight sat with a blank expression, her unspoken annoyance finally being granted a break when she heard her name spoken. Aha! I'll see you in a minute then, sire, he offered a small smile before scooting out of the way. She greeted the warriors with a nod. Perfect, thank you. She waited for them to be dismissed. She was kinda zoned out and only heard Adder. Whoops. Whitetail, Needletuft, and... he looked around. Northfoot. I need you guys to check the 4 trees border. We don't want any strays staying behind again, he growled out. North gave a nod, waiting to get dismissed. Wait, did they say who leads this patrol? Yeah, okay. I'm sure they wouldn't dare step a paw around here anyway, he muttered. Sounds good to me, she spoke, rising to her paws, following Needletuft. Nightfrost, lead a hunting patrol with Mulberry Spine and Bear Claw. He looked over his shoulder. The rest of you, check the bramble walls for anything that may need repair. If there is, find me. He turned. Dismissed, he flicked his tail. He trotted to the dimly lit nursery. Moth'Whisp, he whispered into the sweet-smelling cave. Amberstar, he hissed out, catching her scent that made his muzzle wrinkle. I thought I smelled disappointment. And I know it wasn't coming from my kits, he hissed out, entering.
She turned to her deputy as she pinned her ears as she grew tense. Wolfsnarl, I didn't expect such cool words to say in front of your kits. She kept her voice calm and polite.
She saw her dad from behind the leader before crouching down at his demeanor. She never liked when he hissed.
If you don't leave, they'll hear worse, he sneered, his claws flexing on the stone.
Fine, but don't forget who's a higher rank than you. Her ears pinned onto Wolfsnarl as she left, not wanting to scare the kits.
Her gaze shifted to Wolfsnarl. My love, you're back! She quickly noticed his anger, her ears twitching uneasily as she whispers, Not in front of the kits, Wolfsnarl. She nipped his ear.
He shook his mane, trying to clear his body from his tense stance. I'm sorry. I know, he said, his voice changing to be softer. He nuzzled into her sweet-smelling fur before turning his attention to his kits. Gosh, what are they feeding you? You're as big as a skulk of foxes, he said, lifting his paw and playing with them.
Puddlekit smiles, looking up at her father with shining eyes, nuzzling into his paw.
She swung her paws playfully at her dad's paw, trying to catch it, giggling playfully as she swayed her tail.
He turned back to Moth'Whisp, smiling. Why don't you stretch your paws? I'll watch them in camp while I watch over the clan, he offered.
She smiled gratefully. I haven't stretched my paws in such a long while. Thank you, Wolfsnarl. Perhaps I'll even find us something to eat, she purrs, flicking her tail in farewell to her family.
He crouched down. What do you kids say? You want to be deputy for a day? He smiled, standing back up, waving his tail.
Yay, deputy with Dad! She said excitedly, smiling brightly.
She nods, ear flicking in interest as she stood to follow him and her sister. That sounds fun, she says softly.
He led his kits down into the clearing, watching his warriors with a keen eye. Keep up, you two. Alright. He patted towards Wolfsnarl to report back. He stood. Needletuft? On the border patrol there was a light RiverClan scent, but it was rather stale.
Dang, RiverClan, she said, trying to sound mature, making a sour face.
Puddlekit kept an ear on the conversation, but the quiet Kit was more interested in looking around the camp and at all the big cats of the clan.
I had the others leave claw marks and their scent, he chuckled lightly at the kit. He flicked his tail at his kits to keep their heads up and listen. Was it fresher from the gathering? They could have stayed behind a little longer than before. I'll send out a dust patrol to check on it. It was fresh, you could say, so I left claw marks and our own scent on our border. Good thinking. They'll know we're watching this time, he growled out. thinking they can hunt after the gathering. As if their bellies aren't full from all their fish, he muttered. Could I accompany that dust patrol? He murmured. I'll take a small patrol. You may be on it, he nodded to the feline.
Stinky fish eaters. She made a sad remark, trying to seem like a warrior.
He dipped his head warmly. He smiled at Lycankit. That's right, Lycankit. Those fish breasts ought to stay out of our way, or they'll feel my claws on their pelts again, he said, calling back to the last border skirmish. Sired Steel, he called out to the tom laying in the sun. He lifted his head.
Puddle sighed, flexing her claws into the warm dirt. This was all boring. She wanted to go back to relaxing in the nursery if nothing interesting was going to happen.
You were one of the cats that checked the bramble thickets for any needed repair, correct? He took a step forward so he wouldn't need to yell.
You think I get a cool scar like Dad when I'm older, Puddlekit? She said, swaying her tail side to side.
Maybe. Why would you want one, though? It would hurt to get one like that, she mumbled softly.
Yes, sir. I found no signs of damages, just a few paw prints leading away from camp, he piped up.
Because it's cool. Maybe I'll get one from defeating a stinky ShadowClan cat in battle. Or maybe even from a fox, or better yet, a wolf.
Good, he nodded. I was busy with my kits, or I would have helped. I do hope you didn't mind. I might check myself before heading out on a dusk patrol. He nodded to himself.
I think you died before getting a scar from a fox or a wolf and living with it, the kid says blandly, flopping onto her side to soak into warm sunlight.
Well, you're a party pooper, she said, sulking.
Oh, yes, I was going to do that. But don't forget to ask me before leading my clan, she sneered.
His head went back in pure shock and anger. Your clan? He muttered out. I have been leading this clan since you became leader, he hissed, fur standing.
Well, that's because I'm training you to have what it takes. Your father would want you to be ready for everything. She made an excuse for her laziness.
My father would want me to lead this clan, not you. You only became leader because I was too young. He took a bold step forward. He'd be alive if you didn't run and leave him to fight a River Clan patrol alone.
Don't blame me for what your father chose to do. You know how stubborn he was. He would rather die than lose his territory.
He stepped forward again. You should have died that day, not him, he snarled. That's why you were only given 8 lives, he bit out.
She flicked her ear in frustration. Wolfsnarl, you're supposed to be watching our kids, but instead I find you fighting over the past again? Surely you must have more important duties to take care of.
He turned instantly at his mate's tone. He wanted to argue with her, but he just couldn't. I'm sorry, Moth'Whisp. He lowered his large frame. You know I'll never get over my father's passing. And Amberstar is just salt in the wound, he said, inching forward. I'm sorry, my sweet.
She stomped her paw. Amberstar's your leader, whether you like it or not. StarClan has accepted her, so why can't you? She softened her tone. Your father would expect better for you, dear.
He stayed low to the ground. You're right. I know. He waved his tail. But things could change, he whispered to her.
She tilted her head slightly. Wolfsnarl? Her tone lowered to match his. What exactly are you saying?
We have to talk. He turned, making sure no cat was listening as he got closer to Moth'Whisp.
Her eyes fixed on his cautiously. All right. She looked over her shoulder. Kids, make sure you stay close to your clanmates. We'll be back soon, she smiled before turning to follow Wolfsnarl.
He slowed, waving for Moth'Whisp to settle down as he paced the rock.
She slowly curled her tail around her paws, rolling her eyes. Why must we come out all the way here to speak? She eyed the Tom. Don't tell me you have a secret family in RiverClan, she giggled.
He looked away. No, I would never betray you, my love. He shifted his paws and let out a sigh, gathering himself. ShadowClan's leader offered me the role of deputy of ShadowClan. He said his deputy is getting old and will retire soon, and he's taken notice of what I've done for Windclan and how it's going unnoticed by Amberstar and even the clan. He looked into her eyes. He said he'd take us all in. Me, you, our kits? He sighed. They're thriving and have been for moons, and we'd thrive there as well. He paused. You don't have to give an answer now. Think about it. ShadowClan plans to attack Windclan and soon, and I don't want to be on the losing side. He took a small step forward. Think about our kits. Do you want them to be potentially harmed?
Her breath halted as he spoke, turning her head from his gaze. And you're truly considering this offer? Her tone was without feeling. You believe his words are true?
If a battle were to happen, Windclan would have many casualties, and I don't want them to be you or our kits. His tail flicked. And during battle, Amberstar would lead us, and her judgments are blind.
She turned away from him, pausing a moment. You truly are a fool, Wolfsnarl, she hissed, stepping forward. Your hatred of Amberstar has made you blind, she spat harshly. You'd risk our safety, our kit's safety, and abandon your sacred oaths for some foolish promise of ambition? Windclan blood runs through us, through me and my kits. I would never consider leaving.
Safety? He yelled out, anger in his tone. The only safe place is ShadowClan. Do you not see that? His fur puffed out. I don't want my family to die, and your decision will set that in stone.
And you expect ShadowClan cats to treat cats from another clan as equals? They will never be treated the same. Every cat will whisper and sneer behind their backs. I won't let that happen, she hissed.
Any cat who sneers at us will feel blood smear down their pelts, he roared out. You'd rather them die than just be whispered about? You're a horrible mother. You're choosing your pride over your kits, he shoved past her. Now I have a dust patrol to lead, to keep them safe, for now.
She fell back in shock. A tear fell down her cheek. You're nothing like the cat I thought I knew, Wolfsnarl.
He stormed into camp. Dusk patrol, he called out. Just in time, he huffed, cantering over. Needletuft, you wanted to join me on the dust patrol. He turned to the others. Mulberry Spine, take the rest and check along the barn's border. If you snag a mouse or two, feel free, he hissed. Oh, looks like it's already dark. Maybe we should... Never mind. Night Frost, if you want to sleep and let your clan down, feel free as well. If you're too tired, he challenged. Fine. Don't say that again. Wolfsnarl, take it easy. Ready when you are, he meowed to Wolfsnarl. He lifted his head. I didn't ask for input. Just get going, he snarled out, basically grabbing Needletuft. Let's make this border patrol quick, so do keep up, or I'll leave you, he snarled out. He paused in his tracks. ShadowClan? His confidence faltered. We can take them, his voice feigned slightly. He shook his head. No. I mean, yes, but no, he said, looking around. Go get Amberstar. I'll see what they want. Okay, he meowed, cantering off. He stalked into the 4 trees clearing, before stepping out of the bushes. Splitstar. You have some nerve coming to our border, he said, shaking out his fur, showing he wasn't being aggressive. This is unclaimed territory. If I want to place my paws on the Thunder Path, I will. If I want to place my paws here, I will, she growled, though not very harshly. He sat, grooming his fur. I suppose you're here to speak with me, he said, hushed. But you have to be quick. I didn't come here alone. I sent Needletuft off. She narrowed her eyes. Have you thought about it yet? Do you have any answer for me? To any other cat, it would sound like she was speaking nonsense, but to this cat, it wasn't. He looked away. Moth'Whisp rejected the idea, but I can convince her. I will convince her, he stood. I won't wait forever, you know. The quicker the decision is made, the better. She stared him right into the eyes. Those kits can make fine ShadowClan warriors. That queen cannot. She's too soft. Those kits will grow up wrong if you stay in Windclan. She imagined snatching the kits from the nursery, right out of their mother's paw. He took a step back. Could he take his kits from their mother? How much time do I have? He asked nervously. Give me your answer tomorrow. Make the right decision. She stood. His ears went back, but he didn't dare argue. I will. She began to menacingly walk around the Windclan deputy. Good. Very good, she murmured slowly. Where do I meet you? It took him a moment before he spoke up. I'll be here in the morning. It'll let them have one more night with their mother. She nodded. So be it. I'll meet you here when the sun stains the sky with red. And with that, she flicked her tail, and she left. He heard paws heading in their direction. He turned quickly to cut them off.
Wolfsnarl, are you okay? Needle told me ShadowClan was here.
He recoiled at Amberstar. Why did she care? I'm fine. It was just a lost apprentice. I scared him off. I looked He stopped. Yeah, it seemed pretty small.
She looked down relieved. Oh, good. I was worried he would hurt. Come on, let's get you back to your kids. She flicked her tail as she walked back to Windclan.
It was hard to tell from a distance, but I'm glad you're safe. He waved his tail. I'll take care of her and take watch of the camp, he said. I'm awake from that encounter, so you two can head to your nests.
She dipped her head. I'm just glad you came home. She went to bed.
He grabbed at the prey, rolling his eyes at Amberstar, and headed up the path. He abandoned the squirrel in a bush and snuck quietly into the den. Using his paws, he moved the kits away from their mother's warmth, being careful not to disturb them too quickly.
Dad, what's going on? She said sleepily, rubbing her eyes.
Puddle lifted her head, blinking weirdly with a yawn.
Shh, quiet. We're gonna play a quick game, okay? I know you both have always wanted to see beyond the camp, and since it's so quiet, I figured now would be the best time. The safest time.
Dad, can't we just go back to bed? I'm tired. She whined, her paws getting muddy as her fur started to get wet.
Dad, why are we out? Puddlekit grumbled. It's cold and wet and I'm tired still, she whined.
We're almost there, I promise. Then we can get you all warm and you can sleep as much as you like, he said, his eyes on 4 trees. He headed into the woods, grateful for the cover. Come on, we're almost there, he yelled to the kits.
Moth would awaken, strangely from her sleep. She felt the fur on her spine bristle as she realized her kits were gone. A sudden bellow echoed across the camp as she cried out, "My kits!" Without hesitation, she broke into a desperate sprint, following the scent of her kits as she barreled past through thorns and brambles to reach them in time. In a flash, she leapt in front of the Tom, panting, "Give them back!" Her voice was certain, blocking his path.
He stood in front of them. Moth'Whisp, how did you find me? His voice went from confusion to anger. Get out of my way.
You finally lost your mind, Wolfsnarl. If you cross that border with my kits, she sneered, I'll kill you.
No, they will be safe with me, and I won't let you get them killed by your loyalty. He was cut off by the blow.
Instinctively, with the fury of her mother, she leapt atop the Tom and aimed a precise blow to his muzzle, bowling him over from his paws.
You shouldn't have done that, he hissed out. Despite himself, he leapt for her like he was fighting a foe.
She yelped, feeling blood coat her fur as his strike knocked her aside. Her breath caught as she gasped for breath, her vision blurry.
Mama! Puddlekit wailed. Stop! We want to go home!
Mama! She shrieked, tears welled up in her eyes as she shook in fear.
He turned at the cries of his kits, his confidence and attention on Moth faltering.
Hearing the cries of her kits, she rose a claw and without hesitation raked them across the Tom's throat, blood seeping from the wound.
What? His voice turned into a mere gurgle, unable to speak anymore, his chest feeling hot and his head feeling light, and he fell.
Her eyes locked in onto the scene, clinging onto her sister, too scared to move her head away from her father dying in front of her.
With the last of his effort, he looked at his kits. He tried to speak, but nothing but blood came out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you... Oh, hello.
Oh.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh god!
Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this traumatic ending, make sure you leave a comment on how you would have ended it, or if you agreed with what was my character? Wolfsnarl's decision on taking the kits to Windclan. No, not Windclan. To ShadowClan for their safety, or if you agreed with Moth'Whisp and they should have stayed. Well, this ending. Make sure you check out the description for everyone's lovely channels, as they will be linked in the description. Wow, I'm really bad at this outro. They will be in the description. They're always in the description. Check them out. They're really cool people. Some of them post. I know Calico does. I did. One more promotion. Self-promotion. In the description of this video, there will also be a link to a Discord server. This is how these lovely people jumping around us were able to join and get in here. You do have to be 18 to, 20, and then 21 plus to be able to get the role
Yes.
to get pinged for this. Blame Roblox, don't blame me, I'm sorry. I believe that is all I have to say. Does anyone want to say anything?
Bye!
Wolfsnarl definitely deserved this.
Absolutely.
Rocky not fix. Spinning the wheel. Apparently Once Upon a Time is an ad it's giving me. Dun dun dun, and it's Windclan. Alright, I'll peer in, look at you guys, see that you're all sleeping, and then go do my duties. So I can look like a good father at least.
My duties.
There we go. Oh, I'm exhausted. My kids would never be a disappointment. I am their father. It's not in their blood. I hate the winter furs, how it has a blue tint, because I'm only just now seeing it. Not again! Not again! Right. Oh, where'd it go? Aw.
It said no.
Aw.
Oh,
Aw,
no.
man.
Denied.
Speaking.
Nope.
She said excitedly, smiling brightly.
Oh my god, that would have worked perfect for- Hold on, can you retype that? I literally have typed out, he crouched down. What do you say? You guys want to be deputy for a day?
Oh my god.
Oh my-
Aw.
Along with your
Aw.
voice, like, totally cut out. Meh. I got my mini deputies here. Lycan here has potential. Puddlekit, not so much. Meh.
But Puddlekit could care less about all
Puddlekit
this.
could
She's
care
like,
less.
Yeah.
I just want to do my own thing.
Kind and composed Tom with a brutal streak when it comes to hunting. He spends most of his time lounging in open fields in the sun. And he's doing that right now. He's staying in character. Stares at camera. Is this what third wheeling feels like? There you go, you made it to the blooper.
Yay. Congrats on making it to the blooper.
I said
The
duck.
Duck Patrol!
Patrol.
The Duck Patrol!
Patrol.
Don't look at me like that.
You're next.
No.
And Amberstar, aren't you better than this?
Yeah.
Meant to be a leader for crying out loud.
Moth'Whisp gonna go after everyone. Here's the question. Did you copy and paste it?
I did. Alright.
Ah,
Attempting to speak again. Ah.
Yeah.
What is it? Wound?
maybe.
Salt in my... I have... An Amberstar is just salt in my wound. ... He said, inching forward. I'm sorry, my sweet.
Maybe if you change it to salt in the wound.
Kiryu?
Alright.
What?
Where are you?
Where did you go?
Hello?
I'm here. I'm Blind Bear.
No, you're not.
Never mind.
You're not.
I just disconnected.
Yeah. Whatever your wife said. So many people ran up.
Oh,
Damn,
Me.
Alright, spin wheel.
Spin wheel.
Spin wheel. It landed on Juniper.
But I was like,
My
whoa.
niece just joined me.
Which person you talking about? I don't have free cam.
Needletail.
Me, Needle Tuft.
Yeah. Whoops. Finged? What is that word? Fiend? Fiended? His voice
I think it's
fiended?
Feigned.
Feigned? Isn't that what I
Oh,
said?
oh.
His voice feigned.
It's like
slightly.
a fake.
Bye! Your 2 seconds of time were very much needed. She began to... How do I say that word?
Menacingly.
Thank you. You, Calico, okay? Whoa,
Yep.
I just saw a lightning bolt. I didn't know that was in game.